Hello and welcome back to Sunless Sunday, where we sail the Sunless Sea with me, Bardon, in the company of Captain Mary. So we just arrived back in London, so I want to do the rounds here. So we probably want to put our ship into dry dock for starters. Okay. So let's go to the Leadbeater and Stainrod shipyard. Okay, so that's nice. Our hull is back to full. And that is good enough for now. Now let's go back to... So we could get a new recruit. But our echoes aren't doing so well, so I think we need to visit some people. So we've got here. So let's see, this guy, we've got nothing. Here we are, the Admiral. Okay. Let's pass on some strategic information. So we got 150 echoes for that. So he's hard to read with those glasses, but he reads the summary intently. Satisfactory, he says at last. Eminently satisfactory. Actually, good work. Take this for your trouble. The clerk will see you paid. So we got 150 echoes and 1 favor, which is nice. Now let's submit our port reports. We don't actually have any. We must have already submitted them, I guess. Oh no. What am I talking about? Of course we didn't. Okay, so we got a bunch. So we got the Cumaean Canal. Okay, we got 5 echoes for that. That's a long way to go just for 5 echoes. The Utter Shroom, we get 50 echoes for, which is pretty good. We also get a favor. And we have a new accomplishment, survey the Utter Shroom. We got a fuel as well, which is always nice. The Iron Republic then, we got 10 echoes. And we lost the Terror. And we got a fuel as well. Okay, Quaker's Haven, 5 echoes. We got our fuel. And our favor has gone up as well. Demo, I suppose it is Demo Island. 20 echoes for that and a fuel. Okay, now let's ask if there's anything in particular. Okay, shouldn't have anything left in there now. Okay, so perhaps not there. We got this guy a little gift, but we got plenty of echoes, so we're not touching that for now. Now let's see. So we got our Scholar. So Memory of Distant Shores, we get 10 echoes for. Okay, we can get something for a sea story as well. And our Outlandish Artifact, we got 100 echoes for. Okay, so how about our Extraordinary Implication? So we got 250 echoes for that, which is amazing. Our favor has gone up, and we got 2 fragments as well. Okay, and then we can leave there. Now let's go to the shops. So before we do anything else, we need to make sure that we got plenty of fuel and supplies. So I want to make a long journey. So let's keep going with buying fuel. So there you go. So we've got 16 fuel and 18 supplies, which should do us for a reasonable journey. I wouldn't say a hugely long journey, but certainly a reasonable journey. Now that that's done, let's see what else is available to us. So let's go to our lodgings. Let's read the morning papers. Okay. Now what do we need for this? We need unlocked memoirs. Quality of lodgings is an elegant townhouse. Okay. Or seaside mansion. So for this we need a room above the blind helmsman. You have this, okay? And then we need 1,000 echoes. So it's probably not going to happen. I was going to say it's probably not going to happen with Mari, but she's the one with the kids, so we probably do need to make it happen with Mari. But 1,000 echoes, that's double what we have now. So it's certainly possible to do, but maybe a little difficult. So we can't see our child yet because we don't have a good enough room. So let's rest in our rooms. Okay. Then we want to go cruising in London. So what we've got here: visit the Rose Market, go to ship and dry dock. Oh, we want to just go out drinking and get all the guys drunk and happy. Okay, so what does this do? Commemorates your daring. This will increase your orange by 2 permanently and cure up to 25 points of terror, which is brilliant because we're at 46. Okay, something to recall brighter days. This will increase your hearts by 2 permanently. So hearts, so in terms of like pages are okay. Hearts could maybe do with going up. Veils would be nice for the speed. Mirrors obviously is nice in terms of avoiding enemies, and then irons. So we don't actually carry any munitions, so irons we don't really want. So hearts may be the one to go for. Now, let's see. So remain unblemished. No, we're not going to do that. So we're definitely going to get ourselves a tattoo. So it's going to be the Splendor, something to recall brighter days, and it's going to increase our hearts by 2 and get rid of 25 terror. So we lost 1 vision of the surface as well. Okay, and an occurrence in your memoirs, your own sweet skin quality is now the Splendor. Okay, it's nice. Now, let's continue from there. So I think Mari is the kind of lady as well that would get a tattoo. Maybe not show it off to everybody, but she certainly get one. Let's see what the Alarming Scholar has for us. Nothing at the moment, okay. And then we've already checked you out, yeah. So let's check our story then. Actually, no, I want to check my journal, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so okay, so you welcome passenger aboard. Okay, that was a while ago. Almost safe. Wary the fate of needles. So we still need to get to Nuncio, and we're not going to be doing the Under the Untersea one quite yet. So I think we're ready to sail, and what we are going to do is just give me a second here. Actually, I need to check my timer. So what we're going to do is have a quick look at the map. Now I want to go up to the salt lines again. So I think what I'm going to do is, because I don't have any wine to bring to Venderbright or any tomb colonists, I'm probably going to strike out sort of in this direction. So go visit the sisters, head up to here, maybe uncover this section of the map, and then use the extra fuel that we have to maybe have a look at this area here, and then depending on how much fuel we have left, we'll either strike back for home, or we'll continue down maybe over this side and see what's over there. We may end up going back to Gator's Mourn, which is obviously a bit tricky because we're going to run into pirates on the way there. But it may be something that we do, and then maybe pick our way back through the islands back to London. But for now, we're going to head to the salt lines. So let's set sail. We're going to cut our lights just because we're close to London at the moment. And as always, it's nice and relaxing to be back here on the sea. And for me, most of my life, well, most of my adult life at least, I've lived near the sea. Since about the age of 13, I lived near the sea. But one thing about that is that people, we tend to kind of take for granted what's on our doorstep. So for years I lived near the beach and near the sea, and now that I live in Japan and I'm not 5 minutes walk from the beach, I have this urge. I want to go to a beach or just enjoy that kind of nature, just looking out at the sea and that kind of thing. But when I lived 5 minutes walk from it, oh, hang on, we got a fast eye. It knows you cannot evade its gaze. Okay, well, let's just wink back at it then. A black unsleeping taste. Again and again, you are alone on the wide black sea. The eye is aware your nightmare will come upon you from time to time. Inspiring terror. Gain restful nights at your lodgings to help you resist it. If you defeat it, you may gain a secret. Okay. But yeah, when I lived 5 minutes walk from the sea, I just took it for granted. I certainly would go for walks down by the seafront, but not as often as you'd expect for someone who lives so close to the sea. And it's the kind of thing like, people think, oh, if I lived there, I'd go there every day and I'd do this and I'd do that. But, wherever you live, life is life, and, work is work and family is family, and those come above everything else. And then, living the dream can be hard. And sometimes it's just, it's not just that life gets in the way. Sometimes it's just maybe pure laziness. And I've certainly been guilty of that in the past. Now, what are we going to do here? So, obviously, we're going to get a port report for starters. Now, who are we going to lunch with? So, we lunched with Cynthia a few times before, and Lucy and Phoebe, I think, once before, maybe, with Captain Mary. So, let's visit Lucy. Okay, so each time they obviously tell us the same story, but it's always nice just to remind ourselves what they have to say. So, a daft tale. Lucy leans over and whispers to you confidentially. A complex story about a butler, a pig, and inheritance. You don't follow all the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in an attic and the butler in the vicar's bed. Candles flicker, dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently at the window panes. By the time the plum pudding arrives, you're as cheerful as you've been in months. So we lost 10 terror, and we gained 1 supply, and we lost 10 hunger. So that was a pretty good decision by us, I think. So now we can see we're managing our terror pretty well now. Like it's down to 12, and for it being well over 50 for so long, that's a huge difference for us. So let's set sail, and then we're going to cut in a northeasterly direction. Oh, and someone is coming to say hi. It's a bat swarm. Okay, let's get out of here. Please go away, bat swarm. Now, hopefully they don't come by for another pass. So there goes 10 of our expensively repaired hull. God, leave us alone. 15 of our expensively repaired hull, and then they finally leave us alone. Okay. So maybe Guider's Mourn is off the menu if you've already taken 15 damage just from a bat swarm. Now let's head more in this direction. Check our map. So I want to uncover this part here. I'm interested. Obviously, just something close that we need to avoid. Okay, now let's get to the Zeal port. Now I'm not sure how much space we needed in our hull here, so it might be a case that we need to come back here on our way back to London again. But we're going to be in this part of the world anyway, so we may as well drop in to start. Okay, so first of all, let's get a report. Record the activities of the unmakers, such as they are, right of stone and silence. Okay. Next then, so you will need a deposit and 20 units of spare cargo space. So, let me see how much space we have. I think we probably don't have enough. Yeah, so we have. Well, we need to get rid of that, or not get rid of, but sell it. Okay, so what are we going to do? Stygian iron. We need to keep that. Okay, so fuel, supplies. Now, this is proving not a good idea, I think. That's something we have to do, unfortunately. Wow, so that's a lot to So what I'm going to do is, let's keep the supplies. Okay. That's enough fuel to get back to London. Unfortunately, we're getting rid of 9 fuel and 6 supplies. So that's a lot of our profit gone from here. But what Mari is going to do now is, first of all, visit the unmakers. So we lost 5 there. Okay, that's nice. So we get funding from the bazaar, it's true. But the station 5, but station 4, I wouldn't call us station 4, is a little grandiose. The stones are stuffed with secrets, but most of them are used as garden statuary or occult basalt. Most of them. Some go down to the places under the bazaar. More tea cakes. Okay. And we've got our swing stone. So next time we come here, we need to remember to keep space. So this is going to be a short journey. We're going to go straight back to London. Hopefully we have enough fuel. We should do though. Get ourselves back to London. We need to find someone as well who's willing to buy our lockbox. I can't remember who it was that bought it last time. Okay, so we're down to 3 fuel now, but London isn't that far off, he says in hope. But I think Captain Mari will get us through. So we're going to have 2 porta ports to hand in. That should get us some fuel returned. But we've got to replace the... So the next time we go... The next time we want to think about transporting marble, I think what we need to do is we need to go on whatever long journey we're planning and then go to the Salt Lions on our way back to London. I think that would make far more sense. So we're about halfway to London, and we've gone from 3.5 fuel to 2 fuel. So we're probably going to have about... Well, we have enough to get to London. But we're probably going to have, at the rate we're going, maybe about 1/4 of a tank left. Or 1/4 of a stack, whatever you want to call it, left by the time we actually reach London. So obviously we're not going to stop by the sisters again at the moment. So I believe we get, is it 500 for our marble, which means that we will be up to 800 echoes. So we're still going to be making profit from this run. It's just that, you know, having thrown you know, maybe the bulk, maybe 70 or 80% of that profit overboard to get the marble on board in the first place was not a good idea. Here we come, making our way home. And once we get to London, that will be the end of this particular episode. So if you have enjoyed, please consider liking, subscribing, and posting a comment. I really would love to hear from you. What you think of the game. Also, what's your relationship with the sea? Do you live near the sea? Do you like the sea? Do you like to sail? Can you sail? Have you ever been on like a, this kind of sailing, or well, I suppose this is more of a steamboat, but have you been on this kind of ship before, and what was your experience, that kind of thing. But that does bring us to the end of this particular episode, so I really do hope to see all of you next time. Goodbye.